What's up, guys? Today we're going to be messing with the current vehicle that I'm driving right this second. I'm not driving anymore, I'm parked, but I'm sitting in the nice warm heat of my vehicle, which is my 2004 Toyota 4Runner. And I haven't showed you guys this yet, but this is my overlanding setup Toyota 4Runner. Up there is what I just showed you is the bottom of my tent. If you look right there, you can kind of see it. That is my portable pressurized sun shower that I built out of PVC. And back there, there is my newest toy and a couple other things, including the trunk box that I built for it. And we're gonna be messing with the trunk box. I got some things that I'd like to change on it, and I'll explain in a minute once we get back there. So yeah, introducing you guys to the 4Runner. This is my 04 Toyota 4Runner, Sport Edition 4-wheel drive. This is my sun shower. Some other time I'll do a video explaining that and maybe even how to. This is my rooftop tent. It has a roof nest cover on it, but it's not a roof nest tent. It's a freeway camper kit, electric tent. And then, you know, we got some wheels that were on it, but I do like them. When I bought it, they clean up nice when they're not dirty. And your typical 4Runner flag sticker. Some tinted windows. Done quite a lot of mechanical maintenance on this thing, but never really done much aftermarket upgrades when it comes to performance or suspension. I'd like to lift it eventually, but anyways, let's get to what we're working on today. Alright guys, so here she is. This is my overlanding setup for my 4Runner. This is a trunk box that I built myself. I just acquired this the other day, and gonna do a review slash introduction video to this and some things I would like to add to it. Camp stove. This is not tools, so for thieves that may see this video, please don't. There's literally, might as well just pop it open for you. That is a cast iron skillet and other cast iron items. And the bottom one that also has stuff in it has another set of pots, pans, plates, silverware, and cups. Then I've got my lantern. But what we're worried about today is this guy right here. So before, I had them not linked together by these latches. I literally had them individually so they could open. Now they open all together, right? That's great. You would think with all the weight, with the things that's in these drawers, that would prevent it from not sliding open, but constantly, whenever I leave abruptly from a stoplight, stop sign, or even like going up a big hill leaving abruptly, or just leaving slowly, but sometimes it's just because it's on a big hill, the drawers will open and you'll hear them hit that constantly, and that just drives me nuts. One, because it tears up this up here, and I don't want to hear all my things belonging back here just slamming around. So I have a fix for that, and that's what we're going to work on today. In order to work on that, I have to empty the drawers out and pull the whole box out. That's quite a job. So I'm going to do that real quick. So, went ahead and got these cleared out, and now I should be able to pull this out. I built this out of 1-inch steel tubing, so it's got some weight to it, so that is why I cleared everything out of the drawers and had to take everything off the top. That piece of wood there, when I pull all three of these out together, it lays like this, flush, and then, you know, I've got a workspace if I need one, cook space, whatever it may be. But on to the fix. So like I said, the problem is these slide open on abrupt beginnings, right? Here's your fix. Something as simple as this. Like I said, I got this on a 1-inch square tubing frame, so I'm going to weld the nut somewhere like this, and then I'll be able to screw this J-hook tight against the front face of my drawer, and it won't open. And then I'm also going to have a lock nut, not a lock nut, but a nut behind this where I can lock it with a wrench so that it does not have the ability to come loose, turn, and all that. Simple enough, but I do not want to weld inside of my 4Runner, and I do not want to weld somewhere that's going to catch fire. So let's get this bad girl pulled out.
So like I said, I built this out of square tubing. If anybody was interested for educational purposes on knowing how to build one of these, fairly simple. Basically, I built a ladder back here, and then I built a frame, flat stock, drawer slides, self-tapping screws, and I welded in all the flat stock. You know, pretty simple. I can do a video on it. I also built like the same exact ladder on the front side here. There's a rung, there's a rung. Matches that identically, and these two sides match identically. Pretty simple. Definitely going to take time and advantage to clean this out, because this has not been out since I built the box and put it together, and crazy how much room is in there without the box. So we're gonna do that, but we're gonna focus on getting it done first. So went ahead and wheeled this box over here. I threw it on a car dolly, you know what I'm saying, like a wheel dolly for moving cars around the garage. But we're gonna go ahead and measure out basically center on both sides so that we can get those nuts tacked on there. So I have shortly decided that I'm going to tack this nut inside of the large nut, so that I have more of a surface to weld on rather than this tiny little 3/8 nut. So that's what we're going to do first. Went ahead and got those both welded in there. Gonna flap them down real quick, and then we'll be able to weld them on with a lot bigger of a surface area so that we can weld strong. Went ahead and cleaned up a nice spot real quick for those to get welded on, and here's what they look like after, you know, hitting them with the grinder wheel, so it doesn't have a weld all the way around and doesn't look ugly. Just a quick little MIG weld, nothing pretty like TIG. But we're gonna go ahead and get these welded on here. So there you have it. Now, I've got it in there. That ain't going nowhere. If I need to open it, and I can still use these to latch them together to open them all, but this will do the part in keeping them shut while I am abruptly beginning my drive. So this will be much nicer, much quieter of a drive, and much more helpful. I went ahead and cleaned both of these up. Got them looking good, and as you see, even without these latched here and here, these two will for sure stay shut. And like I said, I am going to put another 3/8 nut here to lock it. I might even tack a piece of chain on with a wrench on both sides if I find one. And you know, just so I have it so I can always lock shut. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't really see them coming loose that often. And then if I latch these, that prevents the middle one from being open, and so forth. So not too bad. And if I need to get in them, literally just like that, and latch that back together. So we're gonna wheel this back over to the car and do some cleaning first, then get it all settled back in. So as you can see, it's pretty dirty just from being in there for, you know, for its whole life that the box itself has been existent. So we're gonna clean this up and we're gonna do one of these. There we are, all back together and looking great, and now readily useful. so that those drawers will not annoy the living piss out of me anymore. On to the next subject of discussion. The next thing that I need to do back here is build some sort of track. If you're into overlanding, I'm sure you've seen them. They're expensive, and I don't want to pay for one because I build things like this and that and anything else that I like to build just for fun. So I'm going to be building a track system for that on slides, just like the drawers, so that it comes out like this, because I need to be able to access the top of the cooler. I also forgot to mention that back here, behind my back seat, or in front of it if you want to say, I do have extra storage with the way that I built the box itself, just for other people, educational purposes. If you want to design it off something like that, I might be able to pull up sometime and draw out the diagram that I drew up. It's pretty simple though. Like I said, it's just a ladder on the front, and then the exact dimensions of your vehicle on the sides in depth. But yep, I got my propane bottles, a little jump pack there, and I do also keep an umbrella here. I fold this up, and then I put my seats up, and everything is stored safely behind there. So we got everything locked in. Both of those are locked, both of those are turned up correctly. Fridge is strapped in, grill is strapped in. Lantern is hung. We are going to be taking this bad girl down the road real quick and seeing what happens. Hopefully we don't hear any clunks, bangs, nothing. Just nice and quiet, comfortable ride, because nothing drives me nuts more than rattles and noises and everything. I just can't stand to not know what it is. So knowing what it is drives me nuts even more. So that's why it needs to be fixed, and hopefully this is our final solution. Alright guys, I got you all set up right here, and we're gonna go down the road real quick and just do a couple quick takeoffs, abrupt takeoffs and stops like such. What you're hearing back there is my lantern, which we're gonna stop and grab that so that we can hear. I need to figure out a better situation for the lantern, but I love having that thing. We're gonna go down the road real quick and do a couple quick, just abrupt takeoff. So I had a chance to there, but I was doing a right turn. But anyways, here goes. So the drawers did not slam. I heard some stuff move, but it's probably the things in my drawers just shifting because of the abruptness of the takeoff. But so we're good. There's no slam of the drawer, which is great because I'm sick and tired of hearing that. So we're gonna turn around here and take off once more. All right. We're freaking good. No drawers opening, no slamming things around. It's just nice to have the peace of mind that that's not doing that anymore. So today's video and within it was a success. Well guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I know that it's not very much educational, but if you do have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I'm not just saying that because I want comments on the video. I would really like to be helpful to those in need that also enjoy things like this. I absolutely love the overlanding thing. Living in Ohio, not as much to do, so camping is one of the things that you can try and do, but I would love to live somewhere like Colorado or Utah. I went out there this summer and I had a freaking blast seeing all the overlanding builds just running around like a normal day, and it's starting to become popular out here in Ohio, and I love seeing it. But if you have any questions on trunk box, if you have any questions on the roadside shower, if you have any questions on rooftop tents, if you have any questions on anything involving this, feel free to ask. And if you have any tips or ideas that I would love to know, please ask questions. With that being said, thanks guys. We'll see you on the next episode.